you drop down to what it takes, what areas do you need to work on? And think of the word tasks: talent, attitude, skills, knowledge, and style. And I even put a next S, which is strategy. So what talents do you have? What attitude are you bringing to the table? What skills do you have and what skills do you need to be developed? What knowledge do you need to acquire? What style do you need to bring to the world? And then considering all these, what strategy do we need to implement to get to where we need to go?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Phil, you always bring the knowledge. Thank you so much, because you always bring it and knock it out of the park. Because the alignment, the why am I out of alignment, and then the things that you listed, the areas that you can get out of alignment with, we don't think about that. We don't think about getting out of alignment or what can cause us to get out of alignment. We get hit, we get knocked out of alignment, and we stay there. Like we stay just kind of floating on the side instead of bringing ourselves back. So thank you, Phil, for always giving us the knowledge that you give us. We are definitely grateful for it. We're definitely grateful for it. So everyone, thank you so much for joining
Deanna,
us.
I had a heck of a journey to acquire it, so I might as well give it away instead of just keeping it.
Thank you. And thank you for giving it away, because there are a lot of people that keep it and we never know. We never know these things. So thank you for being you know what, Phil, you should write a book. Ooh. You should really write a book. That'll definitely be a book that I write. I read. But thank you, Phil, for always giving away the wisdom that you have acquired over the years. We definitely appreciate it. Reverend Reginald Paul, are you ready to get started this evening?
Since 1980.
Wait, say that again?
Since 1980.
Ah, gotcha. It took me a second to catch it. All right, I got you. Ooh, 80. Give me your age away.
It don't matter.
Thank you.
It don't matter.
Thank you all so much for joining us for tonight's integrity leadership class. And we are talking about, if you have seen The Secret, if you have not seen The Secret, we'll make sure that we put the link in the chat for you. You can find, for those of you who have Netflix, you can find it on Netflix. If not, we will definitely put the link to it in the chat so you can go back and watch it, because what we're currently doing is the magic. And what the magic is it's like a how to use how to use the law of attraction in they talk about in The Secret.
Deanna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when I read The Secret, it talks a lot about getting your mindset and making sure you have an attitude of abundance and everything else, but it didn't tell you what action steps to do. And I always thought they'd come out with a book called Putting the Secret to Work. And I think that's what this book is. The book is all about putting the secret to work, where the secret was just revealing the secret to us in terms of a conceptual concept. Mm-hmm. And then like I said, I thought they'd come out with a book, Putting the Secret to Work. They did, but they just didn't name it that. They named it what you're working on.
Yes. And Phil, thank you so much for saying that, because we watch movies all the time. We watch movies that tell us, that introduce things to us, but sometimes they don't give us the how to actually apply it. And Phil, that's exactly what the magic does. It teaches us how to actually apply it. And if you have been doing your magic, if you have your magic and you've been doing it, that means you have done days 8 through 14. And so what we're going to do is I am going to pass it over to Mr. Reverend Reginald Paul to get us started with tonight's session. So, Reverend Reginald Paul, the floor is now yours.
First and foremost, what I'm gonna do is what I read out of the book, and I want to sprinkle some of the magic dust on everybody today. Everybody take your hand like this here, and E40 said, "Sprinkle me, man." And so that's what, sprinkle me, man. E40. For those who don't know E40, you'll know him today because he had a song called "Sprinkle Me." So everybody take time out. And what you realize is that you actually did sprinkle yourself with that good gratitude dust, that good thankful dust. and therefore it should spread out through all the whole conversation today. I was one of my favorite from the 814 was spreading the sprinkle dust over the food. See, I'm a certain number in weight, and I really appreciate food, so I'm really gonna give an extra sprinkle out to that right now. So I'm thankful for the chickens and the cows, and some. I don't want to mess up your diet plan because I know we got some plant-based people. We got some vegetables. I know, and sprinkle yourself for your vegetable diet and everything. I eat some green beans every now and then. I eat some peas and some collard greens, some mustard greens. Yes, I do. So I just, I want to start off with that, get everybody loosened up. But I do want to ask everybody, and all don't answer at once, but I want to know this evening, what is your magic? That's what I want to know. What is your magic? Who wants to be the first to sprinkle us with their magic?
I'll go. Me.
Okay.
So I will be the first to we talk about gratitude. My magic is actual gratitude. When you are actually grateful and thankful, you feel different. And the law of attraction is all about vibration and attracting the vibe and things vibrating to you, but the only thing that can vibrate to you is the vibration you put out. When I shifted, instead of always thinking about what could go wrong, thinking about what has gone wrong, focusing on the possibilities of what could go wrong, instead of vibrating at the wrong vibration, I was like, you know what? Whatever it is, that is not going to help you. What do you want? What do you desire? And Antonio tells me this all the time. He actually teaches us all the time, though, change your vibration. And he used to say it, I'm like, I'm okay. But in all actuality, I was still putting out that wrong vibration. But here recently, I've really just been focused on my end goal. And then last week when Miss Carol was on and she walked us through the exercise at the end of the class to meet our future self, I saw my future self. And she looked so relaxed, so comfortable. And I could tell the maturity in her, and it wasn't a maturity of age. It was a maturity of, I worked for this. I deserve this. And so now I'm here to tell you it's time for you to get off your butt and start doing, because you can't get here where you are now. And after that, I understood I need to vibrate at her. Like, I really need to vibrate at her. And in order for me to vibrate at her, I have to be grateful. I have to be grateful for where I am. I have to be grateful for the experiences that I've had, because those experiences got me to where I am. And I have to be grateful for where I'm going. I have to be grateful for the fact that I still wake up every single day, because there are some people that don't. I wake up, I'm able to move, I'm able to breathe, I'm able to eat, I'm able to see, talk, speak, smell, everything without assistance. So if I'm grateful for the little things, as Antonio, his favorite Bible verse of all times is, if you're faithful over the little, and I may be paraphrasing it wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If I just be faithful over this one assignment, get it done, be thankful I've been charged with doing it, complete it, send it off, and move on to the next one, and be grateful that I have that one, then I can't but vibrate at gratitude. And the more every morning, the more I vibrate at that, the more things happen, the more doors open, the more opportunities come, the more growth there is with everything. So my magic is literally being grateful and thankful.
Thanks for that, Dust. on there and spread some on yourself on your screen. We got any more hands up? I want some more of this magic because I took some of hers, took some of her fairy dust. I want to take some of Miss Lady Maya's fairy dust, Miss Sandals, Jaren, Carol. I'm practicing my names. Corey, Phil, Susan, Shannon, and Tempest. I need everybody's dust so I can have a big pile of it.
I'll give you my dust. My dust is a combination of things.
Give it.
It's unconditional love, which is the same spirit that's in you is the same spirit that's in me. What I do to you, I do to me. Absolute forgiveness. And when you don't forgive, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die and you not to die. And the most important person to forgive is who? Yourself. And then total gratitude. We live better than 95% of the kings that have ever lived on this planet. Access to food, clothing, transportation, information, sanitation, education. If we put 95% of the kings that have walked on this planet into anybody's life that's on this call, we literally would improve the quality of life that the king had. So be loving, forgiving, and grateful. That's my magic dust.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you so much for sharing your magic dust with us. Reverend Reginald Paul, we have Mr. Corey Peters up next.
Okay, Corey, let's hear it.
All right, my greatness is it's well, not my great. Well, yes, it is my greatness. But the thing that I see for myself, my magic is that I see the greatness in other people, regardless of their situation. So I don't only see people for where they are, but who they could be. Even when there's no sign of who that person could be, there's something where I can see that greatness. And that also comes with complete forgiveness as well. So it's like even in the face of, I don't know, someone doing something bad or something like that, or seeing even with other people, having the ability to forgive in the face of anything and everything. And really creating a complete space around me where everything can be said, anything can be done, and then people can feel comfortable and know that they can grow through working with me. So that's really my magic.
Thank you. I'm 6'7" now. Since you said everybody grows, so you just gave me an extra inch. I appreciate the extra foot, by the way. I'm sorry. Extra foot. Thank you, Corey. Thank you for that dust. Go ahead and sprinkle some on yourself right quick on your screen. Yes. I feel it every time you do it too. I just want y'all to know that. Okay.
Now, before we keep going, next we have Maya, and then after Maya we have Jerron. But before we keep going, I want to update everyone on what we're talking about for those who just came in. So we're talking about the magic, which is the action steps to the secret, how to bring the law of attraction into your life. And Mr. Reverend Reginald Paul is talking about day 10, which is the magic dust, everyone. And so what it says in regards to your magic dust, it says gratitude is a powerful energy. And so whomever you direct gratitude's energy toward, that's where it goes. If you think of gratitude's energy looking like sparkling magic dust, then when you express gratitude to another person in return for something you received from them, you are literally sprinkling them with that magic dust. The powerful positive energy in magic dust reaches and affects whomever you sprinkle it on. And Reverend Reginald Paul also mentioned sprinkling it on your food. But so now what we're talking about is your magic. So, and now that we have everybody updated, I'm sprinkling everybody. So Miss Maya, you are up next. And after Maya, we have Mr. Jerron. So Miss Maya, the floor is now yours.
Mine isn't as cool as you guys. But I think more so that what I try to do is give as much of love that I have. I usually have an abundance and an overflow. So it's just like, okay, my husband looks at me like I'm crazy because he's like, oh God, here she comes. So if I can give it out to you guys, for you guys, I can actually like level it out just to work it out for myself. I just want to always give positivity to the people that are around me, because I mean, if their levels get empty, I would love to give it to them. I'm not a stingy person by no means, and I just love, you know. But I guess I would say that my sprinkling power is to be happy and get people to be happy and keep being happy every day.
Well, you're doing a good job, I'll tell you that. If you ain't smiling, then you'll be smiling by the end of time you do this on your screen and you give them what you just gave us. Yes. Yes. It's Chris, it's power in the sprinkle though. You
It
say you
really
feel it,
is.
and it really is power in the sprinkle. That's why, that's why I say, you know what? And I didn't even come up with that. I just know I read it and I say, well, if we do it, then, everybody vibrating on the same. Well, see, yeah, it's not Saturday, it's not Sunday, it's just Thursday. But if everybody vibrate on the same frequency, we have no choice but to have good energy. We have no choice but to be grateful. We have no choice but to be happy. I mean, what else are we all stuck up in the face for? Making muscles to make our face look a different way that is not good looking anyway. Because Lost showed us a picture last week of that illustration. So if we don't sprinkle that dust, some of us can sprinkle dust on that picture. Anyway, I want to hear somebody else's. Yes, Miss Marty, you got me started. I'm sorry you didn't put that happiness on me. I want to keep it going.
Well, next we have Mr. Jerron. The floor is now yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Jerron McNeil, and I believe my magic and my sprinkling dust is in striving. And it's not only my strive alone to keep going, but it's my strive with God to keep me going. So it's my strive to help with pushing me through rejection, through pushing me through things that don't always go right. And I take the good with the bad. So that helps keep me balanced too. So knowing that even when people tell me, okay, I'm doing well and inspiring, like people tell me I'm an inspiration a lot because I motivate people on social media. I motivate people with my book, and I developed the website recently. So I created that like a couple of days ago. So my strive to and gratitude in the struggle. Thank you. And gratitude in the struggle. Like, thank you, God, for allowing me to go through difficulty, because after this difficulty, I'm going to become a stronger individual. So in my strive to keep going, in my strive when people don't always agree with my dreams, in my strive when people don't always support what I'm doing with that is just keep me going, because I know I'm not alone, because God is getting me from this point to the next point, and then eventually it'll only keep growing. So my strive to keep growing, my strive to keep going, my strive to not give up on me, because God has made us all strong. So my strive to keep going for that reason, to inspire and to strengthen myself in any adversity. No matter what's going on, I'm gonna make sure I can get that goal done no matter what's in front of me. So I believe that's my magic, to just strive no matter what.
Young man,
Right.
young man, let me tell you something.
Yes.
Your magic, period, is one of my top 3 reasons why I do what I do, period. Young men, point blank, period, to hear you talk. Because I be around some grown-ups, I be around older men, and to hear a young man talk like you talk, to have that wisdom right there, you got to be careful, young man. You got to be careful, because some of them people are not ready for the power that you have, because you got some power in you. I'm going to tell you that right now. That thirst that you had and hunger that you have every morning, that you just thankful for being here, thankful for being where you're at. You don't even have to speak it. I can see it in your eye, period. I told you last time when we was having that passport to manhood, man, you inspire people like us. You inspire male mentors who's been in it for years to continue to do what they do, because you energize them. We don't energize you. We don't pour into you. You pour into us. You keep us alive. We don't keep you alive. You keep us alive. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps the male mentor, the female mentor. The younger generation is what keeps us going. And when the younger generation has tapped into that older mindset, that mature older mindset, that's a beautiful thing right there. So go and sprinkle yourself and sprinkle everybody on here, because I am amazed by how you talk. I will learn from you, young man. Do you understand that? Look at my face. I will learn from you. I will take all your dust.
Yeah.
Okay? Every sprinkle.
Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Boy, that excites me. I don't know about y'all, but that excites me. My
Lady
boys and
Maya,
girls club days, boy.
Lady Maya over there, yeah. Thank you so much, Jerron. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you, Lady Maya, for sharing. Thank you, Corey, for sharing. Thank you, Phil, for sharing. Thank you all so much for sharing what your magic is. And I want each and every person to know that when it comes to what drives you, what keeps you motivated, every single person who just spoke, if you were listening to them, you heard them say, I'm just grateful. I'm just thankful. I'm just grateful. I'm just thankful. The secret talks about gratitude, the law of attraction. And the reason it discusses that is because what you vibrate at is what you attract to you. Each and every person that has spoken has been hit in some shape, form, or fashion with something that would knock anybody off kilter, would knock anybody out of alignment. But as you see each of them talk, you see the smiles, you see the happiness, you see the strength. But you hear each and every person say, but I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. And what that does is that puts them in a different type of vibration. It puts them at a level that it's that peace that surpasses all understanding. Because when you're thankful for the bad and you're thankful for the good. You're grateful that it happened because, like Jerron said, it strengthens you to get to the next level. And I want to read something to you that's in The Secret, and it's actually on day 9, and day 9 is called The Money Magnet. But it's the very first line on that page, and it says, gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. So when you're sprinkling your dust, you're sprinkling your gratitude, you're sprinkling your way to riches. But when every single complaint that comes out of your mouth, the dust that's in your bag is slowly diminishing. It's slowly dwindling down to the point where you have no more dust left. And all you're left with is complaints. And all you're going to attract to yourself are more things to complain about. So I want everyone keep sprinkling every time when you wake up in the morning, sprinkle your face. So you can open your eyes, open your mouth, be able to smell. When you roll over and put your legs on the other side of that bed, sprinkle your feet. Sprinkle your legs. Show some gratitude for the fact that you can turn around and put them down and get up without assistance. When you turn on the faucet and you get running water, sprinkle that, because there are a lot of countries that don't even have a sewage system in place. When you flush your toilet, sprinkle your toilet. When you open up your refrigerator, sprinkle your refrigerator. Sprinkle that gratitude on everything. When your children are sleeping, sprinkle them. When your parents are sleeping, sprinkle them. Sprinkle them from a distance. If you have to, if y'all not in the same state, same city, same house, sprinkle them from a distance. If you have pets, sprinkle them, because I promise you, they become children. They watch after you just like your own children would, or they protect you because they're more sensitive than we are. They can sense things before we can. Be grateful for them. Your glasses, sprinkle those. Be grateful you can see, because when I tell you, when these suckers come off, y'all, look, you don't want to be on the road with me. So sprinkle your way to riches, and don't complain your way to poverty. Miss Carol, we saw your hand up. The floor is now yours. And then after that, Mr. Reverend Reginald Paul, if you would like to speak on the gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty.
So one of the things I wanted to mention was that we were talking last week, and we were talking about not only visiting your future self, but we were talking about the child that's within every one of us. And when we wake in the morning and we sprinkle that magic dust, sprinkle it on your child. Because the things that you should be doing right now is for that child that is within you. So that child can be secure, so that child can feel the trust, so that child can motivate you, so that you can then look at your future self and say, yes, I am getting there. I am on my way there. That's so important that you connect that past child that went through whatever they went through, so they can feel safe and trust you today, where you're at, that you're going to where your future self is there. As a matter of fact, that whole scenario that I showed you there, you can bring that child in to meet your future self. So that'll be some power. And when we were just talking about magic, my magic is staying calm in a storm. I can keep people calm in a storm. And what I mean by that is I do coaching, and when I work with someone, I'm like from a child, I pick up energies from individuals since I've been 5 that I could remember. So I can feel what they're feeling at that time, and I can work with that. But it's pulling out the best that that person has, the magic that they have, that they don't even see, that you can show it to them and put it on your hand, on your palm, and say, look, that's you. That's you, so that they can feel it and see it and touch it and know it. And I think that's the magic that I have, is that helping someone see who they are and being able to stay calm within a storm. Anytime there's disruption, I can stay very peaceful and calm so I can think it through. Otherwise, I panic and be with the rest of the crowd. So, but I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Carol, for sharing that. And I will definitely be inviting the child within me to meet my future self, because I'm sure they have a lot of conversation that they need to have.
Yeah.
The one saying, we supposed to be, and the other one saying, hold on, just give us some time. So thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Carol, for definitely sharing that with us. We definitely appreciate that, and we are grateful for that.
Deanna,
Yes, sir.
just so it's clear, you're saying sprinkle, not tinkle.
Yes, sir. I'm saying sprinkle, like sprinkles on a cake. Sprinkles.
Yeah, not tinkle. Okay, good.
No,
I just
sir.
wanted to make sure. All right, good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're saying sprinkles, not tinkle. Yes, sir. So, Reverend Reginald, Reverend Reginald Paul, if you would like to. I hear you laughing. You're not on my screen, but I hear you laughing.
Yeah, I think my phone took too much sprinkle dust and it don't want to. But I can see you. You can't see nobody else. Can they hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Okay,
can hear you. We can hear you.
I want to talk about. The first question before we get to what you were saying about the complaints.
Yes, sir.
My magic dust is I like to call myself the preacher. I like to call myself the cure, because same as you, Miss Carol, I've known since I was young that it was something that I had, and even if I wanted it or didn't want it, it just happened. when I caught awareness of it, then I appreciated it, but I just wanted to make sure that I did not.
Uh-oh. All right. Reverend Reginald
Yes,
Paul.
I
Here we
want to
go.
make sure that I did not. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you clearly.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's what I was saying. What made me when I caught awareness of it, I just didn't want to abuse it. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm real authentic. Uh, I speak to a lot of ladies instead of men. You know, my dad brought to son, what do you
Yeah.
yes, yes. I keep going in and out. My phone keep doing that. I don't let me hold it up in the corner somewhere. All right. No, my dad say, son, what if you was here for just, for women's ministry or something? I say, well, that's the way it looks on Pops, But when I say the cure and the prescription is, okay, you go into a situation, first and foremost, I start realizing that you don't go into no situation. That situation that you know what I'm saying, that you in, it was already calculated. It was already thought out. It was already planned out. So for you to come in there and you know who you are, you know who your gifts are, you come in there and you see it, you feel it, and you respond to it. And 9 times out of 10, I'm around someone who's, they had it. We all know what the look is. We also know what the sound. We use our senses. And for to come in and to just automatically show joy, no matter what's happening with me, and it's not for them to, but to automatically show that you somebody's cure, you somebody's prescription, you somebody's healing. You just come in there and you could come in there and say exactly what that person was thinking or feeling, and you're going to tell them exactly what they've been praying to hear. Therefore, you knew you was at the right place at the right time because that move was calculated. So with that being said, that just gives you more drive to, you know what, that's all I want to do, because it does something to me. It don't do something for me so I can get a trophy. It doesn't do anything for me so I can get an award. It doesn't do anything for me in that nature. I can care less of a dollar amount. I can care less of anything. Boy, that smile that I can get, if I get that smile and I ain't, especially if I've been around you for a couple of weeks, a couple of days, and you haven't smiled at anything, you just been in pain, you just been in defeat, you just been taking what they've been giving you, and then all of a sudden the dust, because when you walk by, you got a shadow. When you walk got dust, So whatever that may be, whatever that you may experience, that's gonna follow you and it's gonna hit somebody. It's gonna hit. It's supposed to hit somebody. That's why you walk with the dust. You cover yourself with the dust, and when you walk by with somebody, it's supposed to hit somebody. Man, be somebody's cure. Be somebody's prescription, because people are in pain. We can go get this little stuff over the counter, and they can take it, and it lasts for 8 hours. But you give them some of that authentic painkiller. You give them some of that authentic gratitude dust, some of that right there. You will cure somebody, man. And when you cure somebody, that stuff is contagious, because now they want to go cure somebody because they're going to be put around the same thing that they was around just because they got ready for it. They was ready for it. They was ready for it. Just like we are ready to do it. So to tie into what you were saying about complaints, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. You ain't going to do nothing but take that tongue with that same complaint and spit out what you fist are just going to put right back in. I'll say that again with the same motion. That complaint that you spit out is in the dust lingeringly, just hanging around. And then you're gonna mess around and inhale it back into your system, and then whatever you complain about is gonna happen to you. I ain't gonna do this and I ain't gonna do that. But if you do it without looking for anything in return from it, if you just do it like Nike, if you just do it, period, then the return will manifest, and then it'll make you feel good. It'll just continue to have you just gonna be like the light that's over my head. That dust gonna look just like that right there, and it's just they're gonna see it, and it's just gonna attract people. You just gonna attract people. You wondering why people just are magnet to you. You just go somewhere and somebody just light up. You know when you got it when you go somewhere and it's an infant, and the infant talk to you in infant language. You know you got the dust. Carry the dust. Keep the dust with you, man. Keep it with you. Don't be, don't be a dusty person. Just keep the good dust. Don't be a dusty, filthy person. Keep that good gratitude dust. Keep that positive energy dust. Because that book did the 8 to the 14. It do talk about negative. It do talk about that negative. It does. It actually talks about the negative. People walk around with the negative dusty. You dusty. We don't call you dusty. And that wasn't your birth name. That was because when you came in, you clouded everybody else's senses, and they can't see straight because you came in with all them complaints. Who was that character on Garfield that just walked around that dust all the time? That's what they remind me of when they had that negative energy. That was that negative energy. That's why he couldn't. Even when he took a bath, it came right back. Come on, man. Even when he took a bath, that stuff came right back on him. So that's what the complaint remind me of. That's just to tie into what you was telling me about the the complaint and the gratitude is the riches. Hey, I don't know what riches you're looking for, but the riches I'm looking for, I ain't looking for no piece of paper with no commas on it. I'm looking for the riches that'll keep me joyful at all times. Because if they just so happen to end the comma situation with the paper, then what do you got then? What do you gonna live for then? What's going to keep you motivated? What's going to keep you to keep that dust when they take that away from you when it has no value? Then when it don't have no value, you can't give value to nobody else. Okay. All right. Just keep looking at that light. Make sure I stay in that light.
So to answer your question, his name is Pigpen.
Pigpen.
His name is Pigpen.
Hell, dust up.
His name is Pigpen. And you were talking about how in the book, as on day 7, it talks about the magical way out of negativity. So how do you guys believe that your magic helps you out of negativity? Please feel free.
Hey, I'll talk, Deanna.
Okay, and then after Miss Carol, I see you, Miss Maya. So Miss Carol and then Miss Maya.
Well, one of the things, just to share that I have done in the place where I just came from, where we had to create events, and we had to go out and get the speakers and get the dancers and get people, the whole event. And before we went out to search for individuals or people, we would have our meetings. I'd have my meeting with my guys, right, my whole team. And I incorporated saying a meditation so that we can bring in the best of who we are, so that it can then show, just show with our speech, how we spoke, the words we used. And because words are magic. Words are magic. They create. So we would talk about things like that. What did you say? How did you say it? So that we can then fulfill the lives of others that we want to come in to join those events, so we can have the same spirit level, that same connection, that same energy. And that's one of the things that I did and I shared. So when we had our meetings, it was always a little 5-minute meditation and a prayer, so that we can kind of synchronize the energies and then go out there and tackle the day and feel a little bit stronger. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Carol, for sharing, because that being on one accord, making sure everyone is with each other is a really good way to keep negative energy out. So thank you so much, Miss Carol, for sharing. Lady Maya, you was getting that. So the floor is now yours. I saw you. So the floor is now yours.
Okay. Mine is never going to be as profound as Miss Carol. She's amazing. Okay. But what I wanted to say, and this is why I wanted to be first, is that that basically I feel like that you can't have a negative with a positive. You can't have them in the same space. So whatever you choose is a choice. And anything is more so like, the fact that you want to be positive, the fact that you always want to bring and radiate positivity to come back to you, that's the law of attraction. You know, so if you decide that, you know, okay, the day is going really crappy because I stubbed my toe or whatever, so now you've already put the negative energy out there only for that to return to you. So, I mean, at the same time, you just can't have both. You know, you can't just be negative and have positivity in the same space. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And you actually spoke on something that Antonio teaches us all the time. You can't hold both. You can't hold the positive and the negative at the same time. You have to you have to choose. It's a choice. And one of the things so thank you so much for saying that, because one of the in the book, it says the very first quote on this page is day 7, and it's called The Magical Way Out of Negativity. The very first thing that it says is a thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. So when we first started, Reverend Reginald Paul asked each and every one of you, what is your magic? And if we were all actively listening to each and every one of you, all I heard was, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. No matter what happens, I make sure I keep a smile on my face. I just want to be happy. I'm no matter what happens, even when the bad happens, I use that, and I'm grateful for the bad situations because they get me here. You know, this has happened, that has happened, but I'm still thankful. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. And then it says whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, which is something today just about everybody is dealing with. Negative situations arise because of lack of gratitude over a long period of time. And I actually highlighted that because when I first did this, I needed to highlight that because each and every day we grow. And being thankful for everything, you put out more. And Antonio taught us an equation: thoughts plus emotion equal creation. So if you're sitting here and you're thinking the complaints, it starts off with the thought. The complaints start off with the thought. And then after the thought, you start feeling like, I'm just, this is getting on my nerves. That is getting on my nerves. So that thought, the more you think it eventually it brings in emotion. And you're sitting here like, man, you really start feeling the tired. It's like, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. They always doing this. They always doing that. Da 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 da. All those thoughts bring up the emotions, because after a while, you're going to start getting angry. You're going to start getting frustrated, irritated, all of that. So the thought plus the creation, the thoughts plus the emotions, now it equals creation. And this says negative situations arise because of lack of gratitude over a long period of time. They also arise because of complaints over a period of time. So over a period of time, you're just stacking on and stacking on and stacking on. And eventually, you're going to have this creation of nothing but negativity, this creation of nothing but complaint. So the best way for you to be able to change your situation is replace the negativity with some positivity. So instead of saying, man, I'm tired of the fact that they always doing this. You know what? I'm grateful and thankful I'm here to see them experience that. And y'all, not in the, let me see, sarcastic way either. Y'all know what I mean. Well, you know what? I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy you going through it. No. That's not what I mean. That is not what I mean. Prime example. You want a new car, but your neighbor, and you cannot get one, but your neighbors are always popping up with brand new cars every 3 months. Instead of being like, how they always get in a car every 3 months? She don't even work, and he barely be at work. Instead of going through that process, instead of the complaint of it, be like, you know what? I am so grateful that they're able to afford a new car every 3 months. because you don't know the situation. But if you're grateful and you're putting out the vibration of gratitude and thankfulness, you can turn the negativity of the fact that you still have your hoodoo, is what we used to call them. you can turn that around. And the more gratitude you get, you'll be put in a position where you're able to get that new car. And then be grateful at the new car you get, because it may not necessarily be a brand new 2020 car that you're driving off the lot, but it's new to you. You can change a situation around with simple gratitude. Just be grateful for it. It says taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity. So what have you taken for granted in your life? What have you not been thankful of? Because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return. You know, when somebody opens the door for you, you say thank you. That's you taking them, opening the door and giving gratitude in return. Just like, and then when you pass by, sprinkle. The sprinkler. When you pass by them, sprinkle. Thank you, and keep on going. They're gonna look at you weird, but it's okay. Just sprinkle them and keep on going. When somebody serves you your food, thank you. A simple thank you. General gratitude, and you never know what your gratitude will do to somebody else. Just by being grateful for somebody serving you also helps them with the negativity and help them get out of their negativity. Let's say you're at a restaurant. You sit down and eat. Your waiter's running a little late. But you know what? You're in a grateful situation. You're in a grateful vibration because you're happy to even get out your house. You happy to be able to leave the kids where they at. You happy to be able to live whoever where they at. Or you're just happy to be able to just get out of the house and enjoy a night out. You're not in a rush. Nothing's going on. You're just grateful. So you're putting off that gratitude energy. So your waiter's running a little late. It's okay. That gives you more time to be able to actually look at the menu instead of trying to rush and find something to eat. And then you notice the table next to you is going off on your waiter. And you're sitting here like, man. Do you realize that just a simple thank you to your waiter will actually help them out of their negativity as well? You showing gratitude to them will in reverse have them showing gratitude to you, because they went through something that was completely negative, and then they come to you and you're like, you know what, I want to thank you. Or if they apologize for being late, you know, it's okay, take your time, I'm not in a rush. They're grateful for that because they already have a lot going on, and whatever just happened, you don't know how that situation is going to turn out, because when people are negative, they have a tendency to want to take away. So now they're going to complain. They're probably going to want a free meal. That's going to get docked from this person's pay. Waiters only get paid $2 and some odd change anyway, plus tips, and they're not going to leave them a tip. So, and then they decided, and it's 5 people at the table, so you know it's over $100 meal. So you just simply showing gratitude to them for serving you will help them turn their day around. So not only can you use the magical way out of negativity for yourself, but by showing gratitude to somebody, by giving the gratitude and thankfulness to somebody else, you can help them out of theirs. So I'm now going to pass this over to Reverend Reginald Paul for him to open up and talk about whatever he's led to feel.
Today I'm just in a listening mood. I just want to hear from the people as far as this wonderful topics that we're talking about. Carrying your magical. How important it is to make sure you use it everywhere you go. How important it is to realize that you are the cure. You are you are the gratitude. Because, you know, we spoke about it. Don't nobody owe us no gratitude. Don't nobody supposed to, you know, don't nobody supposed to show towards us anyway, you know. Hey, you supposed to hold the door, young man, you supposed to open the door for the, you know, I always think about, I want to take your situation, D, as far as the new car situation, and what if I was the person that was, you know, what if I was the person that say, you know what, man, I don't see how they get, I don't see, because I can only do that for so long until that dust from their gratitude reach my house.
Mm.
Think about it. If it stays on constantly, all the time, because you can't cut it off. You know, some people cut it off after 5 o'clock. Then we get into some driveways. Some people cut their dust off after 5 because they know they supposed to go home and they know they going around Charlie Brown and the crew. They know that. So they got to cut their dust off because their atmosphere, their surroundings is that little dirty blanket. But, you know, you can't cut that on and off. So we're going to go back to the person that's, hey, man, I don't see how they, man, I work way harder than them, man. I got 2 jobs and I don't have, you know, you continue to keep doing that. You continue to keep doing that because everybody's always watching. You know what I'm saying? Even the person that's watching the person talk about the success of the other person, that person will learn something, be like, I don't want to be like that guy because that guy doesn't have it. And I want to be more like this. You get what I'm saying? You see, it's everywhere. We talk about energy all the time. But do we know how important it, like, energy just doesn't stop with us. It just doesn't stop with you having a conversation with somebody else. Like, somebody's watching. Like, somebody is watching. They sitting back. They're supposed to be sitting there and watching, you know, watch. Okay, all right. And that's not how I wouldn't do it. You know, they taking the notes and everything. Then, you know, that just transform them to be, and then the next thing you know, they walk up to the person and say, man, you shouldn't be so, because, you know, that person that's doing the hating really listens to this person. This is true. This is real life stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that person listens to this person right here. You get what I'm saying? And this person has sat back and had enough. You know what? You're not supposed to bring this negativity into my neighborhood, Jack. You understand what I'm saying? We all vibrating on this, and you need to vibrate with us, or you need to just go and vibrate out the way. So let me tell you something. If you appreciate, and then next thing you know, it's a whole, it's a whole togetherness thing. That's why if one person carried and they walk around and they carry and they keep carrying it all the way around and just keep spreading. It's like the tongue, you know, when they say the tongue starts wildfire. Well, we're not going to use that. We're going to use that when you walk and that gratitude does keep, you know, coming around, then you'll touch somebody else with it. And that's exactly what we doing. We do this. I scared this phone call, and every comment that I heard, all I heard was, we do this naturally, and we walk around on the same frequency, and we take this same energy, and we go outside and we spread that same energy. Now we continue to do this on a constant basis, like we are. When you mess around, because I know it's an activity that I was in one of my classes, and there was a young lady. She had a bell. And she had like a little group on Facebook, you know, and at a certain time, they rang bells all over the world. But let me tell you what they understood. It was a vibration from the bell. Now, if it was somebody in Texas, somebody in Hawaii, somebody in Canada, they all on the same page from different walks of life, and they ring the bell, everybody ring the bell at 6:30. Do you know that set off a vibration all the way around the world? So just wonder if somebody was watching it and say, hey, man, why are you ringing the bell? We're ringing the bell for all the victims of domestic violence. We're ringing the bell for all, you know, they have a good positive cause, and then that person ring a bell, then that vibration come, and then you just started a whole thing of awareness. You started a whole thing of, well, let's do this in honor of, let's do this for that, and then it just continues to just keep going until the whole world does it. Because eventually, even the person that is in the other hand, on the other side with the other shoe, the one who says, say, I work harder than you and I deserve. No. It just, even if you work 2 jobs and you work harder than the next person, your attitude wasn't right. Your work ethic is off the chain. Don't get that twisted. Your work ethic is off the chain, but your motives are incorrect. Therefore, you cannot get what you think that you're supposed to have. And all it takes is, like you were saying in the beginning, D, is your mindset. When you wake up in the morning, what is your mindset? What are you seeking? What are you going after? What are you doing? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? If you wake up like, oh man, you know what I'm talking about as soon as your eyes open up, you say, oh man, what have I done? Instead of saying, ooh, it's gonna be a good one today. Even if I used to tell them kids at the Boys and Girls Club, man, even if you don't believe it, I want you to say it. And if you keep saying it, I guarantee it's going to happen. Coach, I'll try, just try it, man. Please try it. Just try it for me. Just whatever you say you can't do, just say the opposite for one time. Just say for one time. And man, they went to go try it, and they came, man. I'm talking about, I seen the kid. I'm talking about after I told them the next couple of days, I watched them and I kept reminding them. And one day I decided, you know what? I did everything else I possibly can do. I carried that dirty blanket, that dusty blanket long enough, and I want to tie in that dusty blanket, and I want to give it in, and I want some of this sprinkle that you got, Coach Reggie. I want some of this drip you got, Coach Reggie. I want some of what you got, Coach Reggie, because every time these kids around you, you have everybody laughing. I want some of that because I don't get this at home. I don't get this at home with the people I'm with all the time. I got to come here, and I got to get this, and I'd rather be here than to go back home, and I'd rather get it right here, Coach Reggie. And I say, well, keep trying, young man. You keep trying. I ain't going to stop until that happens. I ain't going to quit being Coach Reggie until that happens. I'm not going to stop sprinkling myself on you until I know that I'm fully all around you. Therefore, you can get it and understanding. And therefore, I seen him change. And then the moment that he did it, I'm talking about, I locked eyes on him. He locked eyes on me. All you see was something move through the crowd. And the man jumped on me and gave me the biggest hug. He almost knocked me over. That's attitude. That is vibration. That is energy. That is what we were born to do. Every last one of us called. That's what we were born to do. And if you don't think that you was born to do that, take a look at it. Just take a look who's on the call and ask yourself, why are you here? If you don't believe it, just take a look at the people on the call and ask yourself, why are you one of the people that's looking around when you are the person? Yeah, we all know what gratitude is. Come on. We all know what gratitude. We are all thankful. We all thankful right here all the time. But pressure coming. The opposite coming. It's what you do when the opposite comes, because you got to know it's coming. You got to know it's coming. What you gonna do when it comes? What you gonna do when everything turns around against you? Everything that you was grateful for, it is not so grateful. That's when we rise. That's when we rise. When we continue to smile, when you know you're catching that whooping. I'm talking about when you continue to smile when it's being taken away from you, and you continue to walk, and they see, man, such and such. Man, I got to go over there and see what Paul doing over there, because I know his dad died. I know his sister take medication. I know his surroundings. I know the girl lied to him and told him that was his kids. I know that he struggled with drugs once, but the man's still up and still influencing them children to make sure that they make a good choice and to make sure that they keep their head on straight and to make sure they keep going to school to get an education. The man's still smiling, the man's still standing, and he still has joy. He ain't happy, because happy only lasts for a second. That boy full of joy, because they can just see the dust around him, because every day that Paul boy, he wakes up and say, you know what, I'm going to be better than I was yesterday, and I'm going to make sure that I serve somebody and not myself. That's his attitude. Your attitude is gratitude. How about that? Your attitude is gratitude. We shouldn't even be thinking about the word complaint. We shouldn't even be worried about the word negative. Even if you know you're going into a negative situation, the only reason why you're going into the negative situation because you're the positive. And you have to go into the negative situation because you got to turn that negative situation into a positive situation. They say, but don't be stupid. You got to be smart. You got to make sure that you don't get caught up in all that. Well, if you know your goal and you told yourself what to do in the morning time, you know what you got to do. Being afraid is poverty. Being afraid to go over there in the dark in the places that people don't want to go to, that people don't want to go around, that people frown upon, going over there and make a difference over there is what counts. That's gratitude. Go over there and show some gratitude. It's easy to show gratitude where gratitude is at. Come on now. It's easy to show gratitude where gratitude is at. Go over there and show gratitude where there ain't no gratitude. Yes, I said ain't no. Because that's what you're going to get when you go over there. But they ain't talking like you talk. Well, there ain't nothing but complaints coming over there. Well, there ain't nothing but negativity and hate. What you gonna do then? You gonna fold up? You gonna turn around and take your dust and take it? You gonna take your ball home? You gonna take your toys home? Cause you don't want them to play? Where's your gratitude then? Where's the gratitude then? Where is it at? What happened to it? What happened to the happy-go-lucky? What happened to it? You tasted a little adversity, huh? You tasted something that you forgot about, huh? Oh, we forgot about it, huh? We forgot how tough it was first before we was all thankful. You know, we all thankful it's all good. Yeah, we forgot that we have to, oh yes, you will get slapped in the face with it. Some of us getting slapped right now, but I can't tell. Because all you got to do is this. That's all you got to do. Every time you think a complaint coming out, do this here. If you know John at work is gonna complain, how about you just go over there and change the whole thing up, man? Don't just look at there go John about to complain again. Look, come here, sis. Look, come here, bro. Come here, bro. Look, he about to do it. No, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go do the opposite. That's why that's why I love being me, because I'm just supposed to go switch it all up. God dog it, if it's negative, it got to be positive if I'm around. Amen. I have to get an amen. If it's negative, it got to be positive. I'm sorry. Don't go over there, Reginald. Don't go. I know who in me. I know who I am. I know who I give thanks to. They'll appreciate you too. I guarantee them the same ones that hug you. I bet you they respect you more. I bet you. I bet you one string of my dreads, just one, that they would love you just like you love your pet. They would appreciate you, and you would change their lives if you just take the. Somebody give me some dust, man. Somebody give me some of that good. Come on, give it to me. Put it all together. Yes. It's an honor to be on the phone on a call like this to hear how we all grateful. It's an honor because we are lifting each other up. Because somebody on this call today, honestly, they didn't even have a good day. Honestly, they was around the complaint. Honestly, they might have even complained today. But look what this phone call did. Somebody got something to say. My heart, somebody got something to say. Somebody got something to say. Say it. Yes, indeed. The lines are open.
Mr. Phil, the floor is yours. We see you unmuted. Go ahead.
Well, I think I've told this story before, but I think some people weren't on the call when I told it. I'm flying back from Las Vegas, and I get to the ticket counter at the airport, and I go, "Hi, my name's Phil Sorrentino." And they look and say, "Oh, Mr. Sorrentino, we don't have a seat for you." I go, "What happened?" They said, "We overbooked." I said, "Great." They said, "Great." Why would you say great? I said, well, I'm a professional speaker and I have a program tomorrow in Columbus. And these people have paid me a lot of money. So if I don't make it, they're going to want their money back, and I've already spent it. So you're going to have to give it to them. And they start laughing. Same time a guy shows up next to me, literally, they say the same thing to him that they said to me, and he starts screaming at him. He's yelling and screaming and hollering. I said, sir, time out. Two things. Number one, these people didn't cause your problem. Number two, these are the only people on the planet that can help you with your problem. If I were you, I'd be nice to them. They got me in a plane 2 hours later than I would have gotten in and wrote me a check for $800. Pays to be nice.
Yeah. Literally.
Literally, it pays to be nice. It really does. Just a simple, when you're nice to somebody, you get niceness in return. When you're grateful, you get gratitude in return. But Reverend Reginald Paul said he's opening it up to everybody. So if you have something on you that you need to say, please let it out. This is the place for that. It's an integrity leadership class. We are walking you to where you need to be as a leader. But before you can even be a leader, you have to be grateful. Your prosperity comes from your gratitude. And if you're not grateful, you won't reach where you want to be. You'll have some level of prosperity, but you'll always have to protect it. If you are leading a company, managing a company, managing a family, if you're always complaining and not showing any gratitude, how wonderful will your family be? Will you want to walk into your house after a long day of work? And then you also draw that to you. So if you are a complainer and you're always constantly complaining about things and you run in a company, how do you think your employees are going to be? What type of employees do you think that you're going to draw to you? So before you can do anything, you have to check you. That was the hardest thing for me to understand. When I first started this class, I wanted to ask Antonio, why am I doing this? This has nothing to do with me starting a business. Why do you have me taking a class about integrity and the magic and peaks and valleys? Like, I understand we gonna have our ups and downs as life, but why am I doing this? And the more I read every year, I started to understand whatever I vibrate at is going to come back to me. So if I vibrate at ungratefulness, every single client that comes my way is going to be ungrateful, which that actually happened. I won't have any money in my bank account, which actually happened. Or I just won't have any clients at all, which actually happened. And before I started here, I literally shut my company down because there was no prosperity, because there was no gratitude. So please understand that we are not having you. Antonio and Tempest did not put the syllabus together for a random reason. No, every single book is to lead you to be an amazing leader. But before you can do anything, you have to understand gratitude. You have to be grateful for the customers that come your way so you can get more. You have to be grateful for the hard workers who work for you so you can get more. And you have to be grateful for every dollar that comes in so you can get more. Gratitude leads you to prosperity. Complaints lead you to poverty. So what area? Antonio used to always, not used to, he still does. If there is any place in your life where you are struggling, that lets you know where you are not showing gratitude. If your job is wonderful, you have gratitude there. If your health is amazing, you have gratitude there. If your home is in peak condition, you have gratitude there. But if your children are acting completely insane and you ready to choke every single one of them, you're missing some gratitude. If you get in your car and you start it up and it does not start, you're missing some gratitude. So I want each and every one of you, and honestly, we have some homework tonight. Not only are you doing the magic, but I really want you to think about every area in your life, from your health and your body, your work and success, your money, your relationships, your happiness, your love, your life, your material goods, the services you provide, your company. Wherever you don't have prosperity, I want you to write it down. And then every day you wake up, I am thankful for this health in my body. And it's actually a part of the magic. I am thankful for this. And sprinkle it. Every time you say, I'm great, I'm thankful for this, sprinkle it. I'm thankful for my fingers. Because my fingers allow me to type, to send these emails, to get these appointments, these podcast interviews, do these graphics, do whatever I need. So I'm grateful for my fingers. I'm grateful for my mouth so I can talk to people and eat. Shh. I'm just saying.
It's in the chapter. You good? Food was actually a chapter. So don't get offended. No, let that out.
Yes,
the
sir.
Food was in there.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah.
Because if
I know, I've seen it.
There was a year that I did the magic, and I actually was grateful for every bite that I put in my mouth, because it says in there, every time you put food on your fork, sprinkle it and then eat it, and then as you're chewing it, say, I am so grateful for this meal. Your food actually tastes better. Like and just do it. Your food tastes so much better. So if you can change the flavor of your food just by being grateful, imagine what you can do with your life. Imagine what you can do with your bank account. Imagine what you can do with the clothes in your closet, the shoes you put on your feet, the house you live in, the car you drive, the attitudes of everybody around you. Just imagine if just the simple action of saying, man, I'm so grateful for this meal. And it tastes better than you expected, because you know you cooked it and you know you put all the perfect ingredients in it. Or you went to your favorite restaurant because that restaurant is the only one that knows how to fix this meal perfect. So you know it's going to be good, and you sprinkle it with some gratitude and you take a bite of it and it's even better. Imagine what you can do with your life. Just imagine. Reverend Reginald, pass this on over to you.
Again, if anybody feel free to give us any more of their good dust. I'm still interested. I know it's out there. I know I haven't heard from a couple of people. I know that they processing it. They're receiving it, and but if this is the platform to where, apply some of that. Apply, just like Dee was saying, apply some of it. It's important that if you do something I always say, get out of the familiar and get to the unfamiliar. That has power in itself as well, because you stepped out of your comfort zone and you're going into a different territory. That means you have to trust the stuff that's around you. And right now we are surrounded by some good sprinkles. some good sprinkles. So the floor is open. Anybody have any thing they want to share? Anything they want to just uplift somebody with? Anything of that nature? Because I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling that somebody has something for somebody, and it's specifically for somebody on this call.
Please understand that whatever you say will be perfect. So please have no fear of not sounding right or saying the wrong thing. Whatever you say will be perfect because we're grateful for you. The floor is open.
Hey, it's Duran again.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, so yeah, earlier today I was adjusting my room and I was putting my curtains together. God showed me real quick to just always look up. So I got a story for y'all. I was putting up my curtains together with the rod, and like I was really struggling with it to like get the rod through and like to put it up on the hooks, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, gosh, this is hard. Like I'm like saying like this is difficult. Like how can I like push it through? Like how can I get this up? And then I'm like, as I'm being more calm and like being grateful, like I have a curtain to even put it on the window. Like I'm grateful for the curtain. And I'm thinking like I started to relax more and I started to become more all right. So let me just slowly do it. And it still wasn't working. And then I was trying to figure out where the right hooks to put it on at first too, because I almost forgot because I had to take them off and replace them. And there was some time where I was like procrastinating and not do that. So I went back and did that again, and I'm like trying to figure out where's the right hooks to put it out. And like, yo, the answer is funny because the answer is always right in front of you. But sometimes since what we're thinking of, since we have like a certain energy blockage or like if we like complain about certain things, that answer slips by us. And like time progresses on even more with us without even realizing what the answer is. So, and later, as I'm still looking around, just like moving, I finally decided as I'm going up my ladder to like put my curtains up, I just looked up and I found the right hooks to put it on. And then also I found the right rods to like put it together. So my thing is, if you're able to be patient, if you're able if you're able to still look for your way of still finding that, and not even just the answer, but your way of still figuring things out. Wow, because it first starts, here's the first and always step. We're not always perfect. We're not perfect. So here's the first and always step, just acknowledging that we're the problem. Like we make mistakes. Like it starts with us acknowledging that we complain, because that's part of the world that we live in. And sometimes we can get caught up in it. But as long as we don't dwell in it and we decide to continue moving forward and figuring it out, then we can solve that problem. And so God helped me realize because the answer, the hooks was already up there. So all I had to do was hook it up together. And I just had to take my time. It wasn't no rush. It wasn't no rush. I just had to take my time and be grateful that I had it, that I had something to solve. Because we're born in this world to be problem solvers. And we're the problem ourselves, being able to see how we can be solved. There's nothing wrong with that. And we should always be happy that we have that power to do that.
Wow.
So that's my thing for today.
Reverend Reginald Paul.
Well, I like the dust. I love it. I love it. I love every last bit of it. I love every sprinkle that came out of here. Every sprinkle that came I did have a question for you, D. I was thinking about it, and you said sprinkle the dust on every bite, and it'll taste different. And I was in my, I was in my head, and I was like, just don't do that when you're hungry, because the reason why it probably tasted that good, you're probably hungry. You thought that was dust.
You know what?
I
You know.
So make sure you're not Neil hungry, hungry. You know what I'm saying? Do it when you try that sprinkle when you're hungry, not hungry. It's gonna taste wonderful when you're hungry.
I took my time.
I'm sorry. Oh, this is good. Yeah, I know. I'm hungry. That's why. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I was hungry, Jack. Yeah.
Well, I will make sure that I'm not hangry when I do that.
Yeah. No, that is not a good position to be in. There's no gratitude in that. There is no gratitude in that at all. I tell you. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jerron, so much for sharing that with us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, y'all.
Very welcome. But I'm going to ask this question, but we do have someone who has something else to say. But I want to make it extremely clear. Please, the floor is open for you to speak up, say whatever it is you want to say. If you don't ever speak, you can type it in the chat. You don't have to unmute your mic. You can type it in your chat and still participate. But if there is something on you that it is burned, it's like it's right there, you just want to just say it, but fear is stopping you, don't let fear stop you. Just let it out.
No, don't let it. Or to give you an assist, how about throw at us what you read? Because it's probably something that we missed. Because you got to understand, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's a lot of numbers. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I probably skipped a number, but you know what I mean? Like, shoot at us like, hey, you know what? I liked the day 12, because day 12 was, yes, some of that good class participation.
Yes,
so I had to pull out that ruler.
Corporal punishment? Really, Reverend?
They bringing it back. They told me they was bringing it back. They're gonna bring it back when they cancel school. Yeah, we're gonna bring corporal punishment back. Yeah, yeah. Hey, true story on Gals. We had a coach at Central. His name was Coach Brooks. He had his own paddle. Yeah, I never experienced it. Me personally, I stay away from all that. That's gratitude. Yeah. I didn't have to learn gratitude that way. I tell you that. I didn't need that energy at all. So, but yeah, 8, 9, 10 days. What was your favorite? How about this? Well, how about this? I got it. What was your favorite day?
Oh, we asking in general, or were you asking me?
No. I'm asking in general.
Okay.
What was our audience? What is your favorite day out of the days covered?
Gotcha. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ms. Grace Sandals, if you would like to say what you were going to say earlier, and then let us know what your favorite day is.
Sister.
She thought I missed her earlier.
Yeah. Earlier, I was going to say that every morning when I'm getting ready for the day, I listen to Joel Osteen. And today he was talking about he promised. And he was talking about all of the things that our Creator promised us and not to forget that. And he said, the thing that stuck with me that I heard this morning, he said, maybe the things that you've been waiting for haven't happened yet because you haven't reminded him of what he promised. And oh, okay. So when you remind the Creator of what he promised, instead of talking to him about your problems, be grateful and say, you know, and instead of going to him and saying, oh, you know what, the money is looking funny, God, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Instead of doing that, he said, be thankful and say, you know what, God, I am grateful and thankful because you said that I am the head and not the tail. You said that I would be the lender. I'm the lender and not the borrower. You said that I'm above and not beneath. So that's what I was going to say earlier. Gratitude really is everything, and y'all hit it on the head when y'all said that gratitude is riches and complaining is poverty. Just trust. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Yeah, complain. Anytime if somebody asks me, you know, hey, how you doing today? No complaints because it won't do any good anyway. So no point in complaining because unless you just love to complain, if complaining is your reward, then by all means do you. But if there's something that you want, you know, complaining about it is going to take you further away from getting to actually what you want. So instead of complaining about it, I want this much money, and I'm complaining, man, I don't have this money, and I don't know how I'm gonna get it, yeah, you don't even see my other hand anymore. Oh, you know what? It's not here, but I'm grateful that it's coming. It's on its way because I'm doing what I need to do to get it, and I'm gonna keep believing, and boom, I got what I wanted. So that's what I wanted to say earlier. Y'all know my favorite chapter is food and money. So those two, whichever way, be grateful for the food and for the money. I'm sprinkling everything. Thank y'all.
There, you just said something that reminded me of a story that I heard from Bishop Ivy Hilliard. And it reminded, and thank you very much, because when you are grateful, whatever you have coming to you, if you're just thankful for it, you actually get more than you actually ask for. So when you're getting more than you actually ask for, I want every single person, think about the times that you saw the trucks that said wide load on them, and they covered 2 lanes. They had the truck in the front with all the fans that they follow behind, and the truck in the back with all the little flags reminding you it's a wide load. You think about how slow they move. See, when you are consistently showing gratitude, when you are consistently grateful, when you say thank you instead of forget you, when you say, you know what, I'm so grateful I even woke up this morning, your wide load gets wider and wider and wider. And the more grateful you are and the more patient you are, it gets wider and wider. The bigger it gets, the slower it moves, but it's still coming. So every day you wake up, that dream you have, God, whoever, universe, God, whoever, wherever whatever. I am so thankful that you promised me that you were going to give this to me. Every time you go, I'm thankful that it is on its way. Every time you wake up, I'm thankful. You know, I'm thankful you opened the door today, because eventually I'm going to be opening the door to my house. You know what? I'm thankful that this car passed me, because I know eventually I'm going to have my new car. You know what? I am so thankful for this food on my, this food that I have in front of me, because I know soon I'm going to be cooking in my kitchen and eating my food. Every time you say thank you, your load just gets wider and wider. So all I want you to do is still be patient with everything. You still show your gratitude every single day. Be patient with everything that you're doing, because your wide load is on its way. It's just taking a little time. It's taking a little time, because it's too big to go 75 down the highway. It's too big to go 65 down the highway. It has to go 35 because it's that big, and you want to make sure that you get your wide load intact. So continue to show your gratitude, continue to move forward, continue to do everything that you're doing, because your gratitude is your wide load. And every time you show gratitude, your load gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So when it comes to you too fast, I want you to sit and want to be like, is this what I really wanted? Did I show enough gratitude to get what I actually desired? Because when you show gratitude, and I've learned this from personal experience, so I'm not just talking just to be talking. When you actually show gratitude for something, you get more than you ask for. You get an abundance of. While you may have asked for a two-story, 5-bedroom house, you may be given a 10-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 3-car garage mansion. You know?
Yeah.
Show gratitude. And
I would like to.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I would like to add on to what you're saying about, because I'm thinking about also, some things that gratitude is saying is actually kind of like saying, right? Like, hey, say that I'm thankful for this, and say that you're thankful for what you have. It's also an action too. If you want to show yourself gratitude to yourself, you got to take care of yourself. Can't just let yourself go. We can, speaking it, what I'm saying, that's an important part, is what I'm saying. But also showing gratitude to yourself is how you carry yourself, period. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself groomed up. Keep yourself nice and up to, keep yourself looking decent. Keep yourself right. Show appreciation yourself. Because I can't see when you do that, your self-esteem, if your self-esteem low, it's because you carried yourself low. Your self-esteem low, it got nothing to do with that. I mean, it does, but what I'm saying is you start within yourself first. Don't worry about the outside. You start within yourself. You start to treat yourself better. You know what I'm saying? You start off with the thought. You start off with the inside. You start off with saying, I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody. And then we did an exercise last week as far as seeing your future self. Well, okay, when you're practicing I am somebody, and you saying that, now you got to, because when we had to take that vision, we had to look at who that person look to you. Okay, so if that person looked a certain way, what I mean is that person had on, for females, a blouse, or whatever they, I don't know if y'all still wear blouses, but what I'm saying is, yes, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, y'all know what I mean, like the sundresses and all that. And that's men. Were you the 3-piece suit guy? Were you the t-shirt and basketball shorts with the slipper guy? Are you the pants with the shirt? How did you look? And when you looked that way, how did you feel when you looked that way versus who you are now, what you had on? Because, you wasn't comfortable with how your appearance was. So, your action as well, and how you carry yourself as well, showing yourself and showing others. So you show somebody else, hey, if you carry yourself a title, I'm this, I'm that, and you dress like that. I can't put 2 and 2 together. I can't fathom it. I cannot put that together. That does not match. You have an ugly attitude, but a nice outfit. You know what I'm saying? And then it could be vice versa. So I mean, it's just I hear the gratitude on all kinds. But what if, are we thankful for the nation? Are we, we are thankful. Are we?
Reverend, my apologies. You were breaking up on us and you were going in. Can you please repeat so we can hear the word that you had to give us?
Well, as far as you want me to go to your outfit, your gratitude outfit.
You can start right there.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I start with the gratitude outfit. It's again your appearance. You speak gratitude, because I heard a lot of speaking. Hey, I'm thankful for this, and I'm thankful for the food. I'm thankful for this, but you know how you show that you're thankful? You know, if you yourself,
You're still breaking up on us.
yes, go ahead. Well, I don't. Okay, am I coming in? It's still not.
We can hear you now.
All right. Well, let me give a complete sentence and make sure that it will not break me up. Because when I get into that mode, it seems that the service that I am receiving is just not want to serve. But it's not going to stop me. I'm talking about showing gratitude when this service is not allowing me to share what I'm really trying to install it to myself, as far as looking deep down inside and speaking with the assignment that we had last week. When you saw yourself, what did you look like? What did you have on? Did you have on a three-piece suit? Did you have on that business dress? Did you have on that business attire? Did you have on a casual attire? When you had on that casual attire, how did you feel? Did you feel like you were somebody? Did you feel like $1 million? Did you feel like that gratefulness that you were when you was looking at that greatness? Because you was looking at that greatness because you wanted to do that. So you was looking at it. So instead of saying, do it as well. If you're going to say grateful things, do grateful things. You're going to say grateful things, do grateful things. Dress like your gratitude. Dress like your gratitude. And it doesn't necessarily mean physical. I do know that a good outfit will bring out the best in you. I know we got some stars out here. I know the best outfit bring out the best. You put them shoes on, you put that, yes, and you coordinated that, and you put the in there. You feel like you can go out there and inspire the universe. But if you only have that, you know, if you are able to, there it is, able to, we got to take the one that we got. I'm not talking if you for the one you got. If you just
Uh-oh.
What happened?
We lost him, but okay, there he is.
Paul, Mr. Paul trying to take you out, brother.
There you go.
Yes, I'm listening.
We will wait for you to pick back up.
Yeah, I see how my internet is doing me today. I see how my internet is doing me. But I'm not going to let that keep me down, you know? I'm just going to keep that dust going and flowing. Maybe it's trying to make me an example. Maybe it's want to try to make me an example because I just said that opposite must come. Well, you know what? This show came a little quick. But again, look like your gratitude. Look like your gratitude. It's an action. It is an action. You speak it into an existence. When you speak it, you act out what you speak. Therefore, you will receive what you just put out. You will receive it. You will receive the inside reward and you will receive the outside reward. You will receive it. Love you too, Phil. You will receive it. You will gain it. You will get it. You will get it faster if you show gratitude for that nasty situation that you was in. How about when that dude flipped you out? How about, for the road rage people, how about when that car cut you off? I'm talking about these heavy feet people. How about when that car cut you off? Did you show gratitude then? Yeah, because I'm telling you, every time we speak of this, I guarantee something that irks you, you know, something that's your pet peeve, you gonna face your pet peeve. You face to face that pet peeve. Get you some of this good. Get you some of this. Look, everybody that got that good dust, when you get out their phone, pet peeve coming right there. It's just like that. I hear that ding dong when somebody come on, pet peeve coming just like that. It's coming. What you don't like is coming. What you cringe is coming. And you gonna show gratitude for it coming? Oh, wait a minute. You gonna show gratitude for that coming? You better. You better show gratitude that's coming because it's gonna make you stronger. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you more powerful. It is. How is it going to make you powerful? Smile at it. You want to defeat that? Smile at it. I didn't say smirk. I said smile at it. I say smile at it. When you smile at it, you will defeat it. And granted, you will be glowing. Because somebody waiting on you to be like, yeah, there you go. You just watch him. I know he can't stand it. He can't stand when people do that. You know they waiting on you. You know they waiting on you. Can't stand when Maya do that. I can't stand when she do that. You know, can't stand it. They waiting. And then Maya just had a burst of gratitude dust out of everywhere, and it just blew them off the socks. Wait a minute, she didn't do what I thought she was. Yeah, because she was thankful. She was thankful for the effort. She was thankful for what she knew, because she knew, look, we got to know it's coming. Let's stop acting like it ain't gonna come. Let's just quit that right now. Let's just stop. It has to come. Ungrateful. We talk about gratitude. Ungratitude is coming. Ungratitude is coming your way. So you better get ready to have a handful, because guess what? You know how you store it up? Did we talk about storing up your gratitude? Storing it up, and the more you sprinkle it everywhere, make sure you sprinkle it everywhere, because you're going to need a lot of it when it comes towards your way. And you got to have a good force of it, and you just give it right back to it. Boom! And knock it off guard, and then when it get up, it's going to look like you. Because it's going to appreciate it. It's going to appreciate it. It's going to come back and be like, you know what, I wasn't having a good day. I didn't even mean to, for real, I didn't even mean to come at you like that. I didn't even mean to say that to you. I didn't even mean to, you know what I mean? Like the same person, I didn't even mean, if you just wait. But young man said, wait and be patient. And he just sat there and he was patient, and he found the right hook. If you just sit there and wait just a little bit longer, with your gratitude, you just wait a little bit longer with your gratitude, I guarantee everybody that's supposed to get it will get it. So my challenge tonight, my challenge for y'all for the whole week, is to know that ungratitude is coming and be prepared for it. I want you to be prepared for it. I want you to know that it's coming, and I want you to hit it with all the sprinkles that we just gave tonight, because we sure gave a lot, y'all. Didn't we give yourself? Yes, we sure gave a lot. With all that we gave it, and I mean, I want you to hit it like that as hard as you can and change the world. D gave y'all a homework assignment. We're going to do that homework, and we have a week thing that you have to know that it's coming. D, you got anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, sir. You can go ahead and close us out.
Okay. Well, again, it was a pleasure being here, receiving all of what we received today. And please, wake up and continue to do what you're doing, because it looks good on you. I can see it, and I can feel it. And it helps. Somebody on the call needed this. Somebody needed this today. Somebody needed this. Seriously, we laughing and joking, but deep down inside, somebody needed this today, because they took it and put it in their heart. So again, show gratitude even when gratitude is not being shown to you. In the words of Antonio T. Smith, you can plant better. You can plant better. You can dominate. I don't know what I just said.
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing night.
All right.